Hey, nail friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Rosie from Mary Rosie Dips. In today's video, we are using some Secret Sisters dips to create that gorgeous Halloween mani that I showed. First color is It Had to Be You, and that was the red one. And then Luck Be a Lady, that beautiful grayish black chunky glitter dip. And then some foils from Amazon for the skull. So all I'm doing is dipping with my usual over the jelly tips that I have. These are Vivid Glam Medium Coffin, not trimmed at all. And I'm using the Secret Sisters liquids and just one full layer of the base on the nail and dipping right into the jar. I want to say, if I remember correctly, I don't pour over on this one because I feel like my nail didn't touch the bottom of the jar. If I think my nail is going to touch the bottom, then I just do pour over. But either way, I want to say that this one I just dipped right into it. Minus the glitter, of course. So if you're new here to my channel, welcome. If you are one of my returning subscribers, hello. And thank you all so much for joining me. This is a perfect Halloween mani in the sense that it's got red, it's got glitter, and then those skull foils that I found on Amazon. I'll try to find the link to add down below. To this mani, I think almost 2 weeks ago, maybe. I just haven't had a chance to do the voiceover, but it came out super duper pretty, and it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be as far as those foils. I discovered Young Nails foil gel base, or foil base, is not UV LED, so it is air dry. And for those who've got some kind of a gel allergy, it is just air dry. You don't have to cure it under a lamp, which makes it pretty cool, and it works really well. I've used it multiple times since this mani. So here I go in with my second layer, and I'm just doing the second layer as a solid on the pinky and the ring finger. And then the middle finger, I want to say, yeah, I did one and then an ombre and then just poured over to get the opacity. But yeah, it's not uncommon for the foil gels. Well, actually, it's very uncommon for the foil base to not be gel based. I've never seen one that isn't. And I've had a hard time in the past using the ones that are gel-based just because the curing time doesn't really seem correct on any brand that I can tell. I don't know. It's probably just user error for me. I hadn't used them enough. But I have been using foils more frequently now. And I've got a ton more that I got on Amazon. So I definitely want to try the gel, the foil gel. I just had to figure out the curing time, or if the curing time is correct, how long do I let it sit for it to be room temperature, dry? I don't know. If you have any tips on that, send me down a comment below, and I will do like a little video trying to figure out that stuff if there's any interest in it. So this is how I did the actual ombre nail. I just went in, I ombre'd the glitter, then I poured over the solid, and I am going to go in and add a couple more of the bigger pieces and maybe a few more of the small ones just to make it look a little bit more even, but that's how easy it is to do an ombre nail. So I do like doing the pour over method on the half solid part. It is just easier than trying to sprinkle on that. No need to sprinkle it on, really. I do want more coverage on that solid, so that's why I did it like that. And then I'm going in and encapsulating the two solid nails with clear dip powder, once again from Secret Sisters. Best dip powder on the market if you're looking for that, which you should be. It's perfect for solids, perfect to encapsulate nail art, glitter, all the things. So I do have a discount code for Secret Sisters. It is Mary10, and that'll get you 10% off. And I will make sure to put that down below, as I usually do. And so you'll see me here just adding little bits of the base and touching the glitter and picking it up to get it to stick to the area that I want it to make that ombre look a little bit more full, just in a couple of areas. So I will let you all just watch for another couple of minutes. And I'm going to go into the 2 full glitter nails. And my go-to is always with any company to attempt a full glitter nail is just to get 1 layer. I do not like my nails to be super thick, personal preference. So I like the chunky glitter to go on in just 1 application, and then if I have to fill in any little areas, I'll just place 1 or 2 glitters if needed. So I applied dip base to the entire nail, laid it into a cupcake liner, and you see on here I've got plenty of time where I am moving those glitters around, pushing them around to get them right where I want so that I can get that perfect coverage. And I just really keep touching them and moving them until they don't want to move anymore. And that's how you know that your base is dry. So look at this. Look how many more I picked up on my thumb. And I'm still doing the same thing. I'm moving them around, pushing anybody off that I don't want on the edge there. It's still, no matter what, I'm still pushing them, moving them, working with them, getting them to not lay all over each other. Having them be stacked on top of each other like that is just going to make the nail extra thick. So you got to make sure you get them to not be stacked as well. And making sure you're pressing against them is just going to lay them as flat as possible. And when you do your dip layer, again, they will be nice and flat. And it just sets you up for success when you are buffing and filing, if everything is as flat as possible prior to the start. The glitter nails, I did pull out my clear dip jar that has a little bit of glitter contaminated in there. I do have 2 separate, well, I've got multiples, but a separate clear dip for solids and a separate clear dip for glitters because of glitter contamination. No matter how hard you try, the glitter gets everywhere. It gets in your clear dip powder, and then when you're doing a solid, you get a piece of glitter where you don't want it. So to attempt to avoid that, this is what I do. So 2 separate jars. I believe I even got separate liquids. Just your personal preference. This is just what I like to do and what works for me. And we're going to go ahead and use a stiff brush to remove all that excess clear, apply activator, and let it harden. And then we are going to buff and file, shape, and get everything all set for the next step of the mani. So I will buff and file off camera, and when I come back, I'll be applying activator once again, and we'll be ready to go. Now we are buffed and filed, and I'm just taking some Young Nails Swipe Solution. I started using that over the last couple of days, and just cleaning off, doing one final clean on the nails. That's what we look like. My nails, or I should say my hands, are dry, but that's fine. I'm not going to add any oil until we're completely done. So buffed, filed, and the Young Nails Foil Transfer Base. I did get that on the Young Nails website during their last sale, I believe. And this is the foil I will be adding. I found it on Amazon, and all I'm going to do is put the Young Nails Foil Transfer Base onto the nail that I am adding the design to, and then we're just going to let it air dry. The directions say to allow it to air dry for a minimum of 30 seconds, and so while I figure out which part of this foil, grab my scissors, cut it out, and all that good stuff, it'll be at least 30 seconds. And that area is missing a little bit just because I had tested it out on a swatch since I had not used the Young Nails base. So all I did was apply the Young Nails Foil Transfer Base. It's pretty much been at least 30 seconds allowed to dry. And now I cut out what I wanted to use, and then all I'm gonna do is place it in the direction I want it to go on. So vertical, horizontal, whichever your choice is, all you're gonna do is place it on there. And then I am using this specific tool to kind of just press down to get it to stick to the nail so that it's easy to lift off. I have, since this actual video was recorded, tried several different tools to get like a better adhesion, I suppose, to the foil transfer base, and I have found that an orange wood stick is not as sharp as I thought it would be. So like the flat end of an orange wood stick would work really well, much better than this that little jelly type tool that was a little bit too soft. These are some tweezers that have like a soft-ish side on the end of them, and this is working okay, but like I said, the orange wood stick I have found since this recording works probably the best. It's hard enough to get it to come off, but not sharp to break through it. So that is my recommendation. You don't have to have these type of tweezers. I just definitely had these laying around, and when I first bought them, I didn't even know it had that end like that. I actually thought it was a little cap, but whichever. Or I have seen people doing it on videos where they use their own nail to just kind of press down on it. So whatever works as long as you're not ripping through the actual decal and it sticks. So I lifted it, it stuck pretty good. I think I want to say that I might have gone back in just a tiny bit and stuck a little part down, but that's pretty much it. This came out about exactly how I wanted it. So, oh yeah, there's a teeny tiny little spot that was missing that I went in and pressed down, and it did stick this second time. I think it was on part of the skull mouth or something or other. And as long as it's sticky, it will stay on there that second time when you go and press. And I am doing West Coast Tips Ultra Shine Top Coat. This is a gel top coat. I have not researched or looked into or even tried dip top coat over a foil transfer, so I'm not sure if that actually will work. But I can guess that the dip liquids will contaminate with that foil transfer base. Even though this one is not gel based, it is very similar to the Young Nails Protein Bond. So that contaminates dip liquids, so I would assume that this one does as well. So I just did West Coast Tips gel top coat, and I'll do it on the on the foil transfer. Just make sure everything looks good and is nice and even. Good application, because you are over a design, and you want to make sure that that looks good. Then I'm going to cure that, or I'll flash cure it and do gel on the other nails and cure, and then this mani is done. Just like that, we created this amazing manicure using Secret Sisters products and then some foils from Amazon, along with the Young Nails foil transfer base and West Coast Tips gel top coat. So now that my manicure is completely done, I am using the CandiSkinCare Secret Sisters whipped oil collaboration, and I am applying it to my hands, my cuticles, my fingers, just get everything all nice and moisturized like it typically is, except we've been buffing and filings so everything is dry. So we'll give our skin and cuticles some moisturizer, get everything back to being pretty, make our cuticles nice and good looking for our pictures. And this mani is complete. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate you all, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.